warm-hearted welcome to each of you on this virtual forum. Though we all may be miles apart, there is a divine force connecting our hearts. We are grateful to the Almighty for protecting us in these troubled times and making it possible for each one of us to be present here today. On behalf of the management, our principal, Dr. Sister Tanuja Vagmare, co-coordinator, Dr. Cinderella de Mello, and the entire faculty of St. Teresa's, I, Associate Professor Dr. Giselle D'Souza, feel immensely happy and privileged to extend a mega welcome to each of you to this 5-day online national level workshop titled Tech Tools for Teachers. Technology is the need of the hour, but computers can never replace educators because though both have a memory, educators have a heart, which sets us apart from the world of technology. And it is this very heart element that prompted us at St. Teresa's to host this workshop as a charity drive for the CareMax Foundation Puducherry. I welcome and express our gratitude to the UTA team for their unstinted support and collaboration in this venture. We look forward to a rich and rewarding interaction with the resourceful UTA instructors who will be training us over the next 5 days. Wishing each of you, our dear participants, 5 days of learning, an hour of enlightenment each day, and countless moments of professional enrichment as you join us in taking a confident stride into tech tools for teachers. तो आइए साथियों, कोर्स शुरू करने एक साथ आगे बढ़ते हैं क्योंकि टीचर के बिना समझो टेक्नोलॉजी की दुनिया अधूरी है. With these words, sir, I now hand over the session to you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. As madam told, it's a charity drive. So we both, the Universal Teachers Academy and the St. Teresa Institute of Education, we have gone for a charity drive for CareMax Foundation. We are the resource persons for all these 5 days, and I thank for providing us this opportunity. On behalf of Universal Teachers Academy, I thank the management of St. Teresa Institute of Education and the director and CEO of CareMax Foundation for providing this opportunity in this charity drive concept. So thank you. Now I request our resource person, she is an expert in animation, Ms. Leena Jain, to handle this first session, and the topic is creation of GIF. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all present over here. My name is Leena Jain, and today I'm going to present you the topic creation of GIF. So let us see what is GIF and how GIFs are created. Okay, it's very easy. I'll start sharing my screen first. Sir, my screen is visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we are going to see how GIFs are created. So basically, we have come across various images and on day-to-day basis, and we have seen the GIF also. Sometimes they change their motion quickly, and we use them on a daily basis. We sometimes use this in our presentations while presenting our topics. We search for them on Google. And now we come across one more question, that if we want to customize the GIFs, how can we do it? Is it possible to customize GIFs? Yes, it is very much possible. So I will start, before presenting making of GIF, I'll just start with the differences. Okay, so here we have different types of images. Like we come across this kind of images with background. We come across images which doesn't have a background. We come across an image which is not having a background but includes a movement. So this kind of image is called as a GIF. Okay, so we will see what this kind of image is called. This kind of image which is having a background is called as JPEG, Joint Photographic Experts Group. That means it is a standard image and it is in the compressed form which contains a background always. Now there is another image which is called as PNG or portable graphics format. Okay, so it is frequently used in uncompressed image format having a transparent background. So normally PNG images won't be having any background. Whenever you download such images, they will be placed in the background and they will have a background of the place where you have already pasted them. Then we will move to the another part, which is called as GIF, that is graphical interchange format. So here, as you see, these are the series of images or soundless videos. Normally the GIF images won't be having any kind of a sound. So they are soundless video that will look continuously and doesn't require anyone to press play. Normally when we come across small videos, we have to press play and then only the video starts playing or motion takes place. But here if you see these images, as soon as you play or as soon as you put it on a slideshow, they will start playing on themselves. So there is no play button required and you can select sound which is suitable to your images. Okay, so these are the different types of images. So let us see how this GIF is created. So first of all, we always have to go on our Google. We will search for some images on our Google. So we always have to go to a search engine here. When you open this page, here I've already typed Google and in this search bar, I will type bird sequence image. Now here is one catch that you have to type. If you type just bird, you will get various images of birds. See, if I'm typing a bird and if I go to images, you will see I'm getting all the images of birds. So I don't want single images, but I want images which are in sequential form, or I want a sequence at once. So here, while search, I'll just click on the search bar again. I'll give space and add sequence and images. Okay. When I click on this and I put enter, see here I'm getting all the sequences. So whenever I'm just scrolling down here, I will see all the images having sequences. Now there are so many images and I have to select any one of the image which is suitable to my need. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, now here I'm getting a little bit confused. See, if you see, some of them are having a website to be visited. If you see over here, here it is coming as a product, and here if you see Shutterstock, some are having watermark in the background. Okay, so I don't want any watermark, or I don't want anything which is having a copyright issue, or I want something which is free out of the copyrights. So simply what I'm going to do, I want to avoid this watermarking. What I'll do, I'll just scroll here and I'll go to tools. If you see on the right hand side, you see a tools option just beside settings option and just below this mic option. So if I go on tools and I click on tools, see, you get a sub filters. These are various filters. So as per your requirement or as per your need, you can apply these filters. Here you will get size. So you can select large, medium, icon size, any size. Okay. If you go on color, you can select any color like sequence if you want a particular color or black and white. Then you can go on usage rights. What are usage rights? Usage rights are nothing, but you can select the images which are copyright free, or you can simply be using it for non-commercial use. So here are the options which are given. That is reuse with modification. If you want to do modification, reuse the images. Reuse, that means you can simply select the image and reuse it. Label for non-commercial, reuse with modification. That means if you want it for your personal use and that is with modification, you can select from this option, as well as you can select from label for non-commercial, reuse. So these are the 5 options you can explore on your own. But right now, I'm going to select an image which is having label for non-commercial, reuse with modification or reuse. But now I'm going to do some modification in those images. So I'll select second last option. Okay. So after selecting the, see how our filter has been precise now here. Now, when you go to the type, in type you can select clip art, line drawing, GIF, anything. But I want to make a GIF, so I won't select any of the option here. You have a time option like from past 24 hours, which images you have searched, Like if you have a long history of search, you can filter your options from here as per the time. Okay, and clearing all your searches. So these are the options which we can explore as per our requirement. Now, as I've selected label for non-commercial reuse with modification, I will try to select a sequential image. This is the one I'm looking for. Now, while saving this image, normally what we do, we use shortcuts or we use just a simple path. Like we either instead of clicking on this images and opening it, we simply right click and we just save image. Okay, let us see what happens when we do like this. Okay, so here what I'm going to do, here I'm going to select my particular folder. I've created one folder. Here it is. I'll name this image as simply birds. Okay, now here birds, and I will save this image. This is I've not opened the image. I have just right click on this. I have gone to save image and I've saved my image here. Okay, now normally people who are like used to this, they know what has to be done while selecting the image. What they do, they simply can open this image. That means in preview window. Okay, so when you are going in a preview window, you normally either right click and save image as, or you will either go to a website directly. So right now what I'm going to do, I'll go to the website. Here is the website. Can you see Pixabay? Okay. So when I clicked on that website, I went to this Pixabay website. Now what is Pixabay? Pixabay is a website. It is an educational website where you can get many images. Okay, and all images are copyright free. You can download n number of images from here as per your choice, as per your suitability, and only you just have to go on the website, search for relevant images, and this is how it will appear. Okay, after you go on this website, you will see a green color download bar over here. That is free download. It is saying free download. That means here you won't be having any copyright issue. Please make a note of this website. It's a Pixabay, and you can go on this website and you can simultaneously download as many images as much you want. So here I'm having a free download option. You don't have to search on any other options. Directly go on free download. After clicking this, see, you're having options here again. If you're having options of selecting any resolution of this image, either you want to select in vector graphic or this resolution, any resolution. But for my requirement, I'll stick with this default resolution because I think this much images are enough for me. So I'll stick for this and I will download this image. Okay. Now when you press on download, you will be getting this pop-up box here, which says that click on I'm not robot. So here you have to click on this and you will be approved. Okay. And you can simply download this image. It is very mandatory. It is to click or check on this box so that you have hassle-free download. Okay. So I'm just clicking on download. And here you can see, here it is my download, images downloaded. Okay. So let us go and see how are both the images look when they are downloaded. Okay. What you have to do here, you have to simply right click on either of the images. Okay. Or you can simply go here, show all. Okay. So show all option, we know, we have explored this earlier also, but there is another option. You can right click on any of the image and see here you get show in folder. So I'll go to show in folder. Okay. Now here is my images which are downloaded. Okay. One is over here. What I'll do, I will simply cut this image and I will put it in my right folder where I'm storing all the images for GIF making. So you have to right click and here it is cut. When you cut it, see it becomes faded. Okay. And I can go to my another folder here, that is GIF project. And here I'll go and I will again right click and simply paste it. Okay. So here is my image which I have downloaded, I've pasted, and this is the image without previewing. I have downloaded this image or just saved this image in the folder. Now we will see difference between both the images. First I will open this image which was my previewed. So I'll click on this, right click and open. Okay. Okay, it will take little time to open the images. Just be patient. Here it is. Can you see how without opening we have downloaded this image? It will look like this. Let us see another image which was opened by a proper procedure. We have previewed that image. We have opened it as per the resolution we require. Let us see how it looks. So I'll go to again my same folder. I will click on this. You can rename this image. So here I have given birds. Here I'll rename this as a bird sequence. So I'll rename this as a bird sequence. Always remember while renaming it, the names should be different from one which is used. Okay. So here I have renamed this and I will again, right now we have seen you have to right click and open it. Otherwise you can simply do one thing. You can click on this and enter, press enter. So when you do this, your image will be opened. See the difference between both the images. This is an image which we have downloaded in a proper resolution following the preview steps, and see this image which we downloaded without previewing it, just right clicking on the image and downloading it. There is a difference between both the images. Okay, and that is the reason we always suggest you have to preview your image, open it, and then only download, so you will get a proper resolution. All right, so now I need this image. I will not use this image because this won't be suitable to me. So I'll simply close this image. Okay, I'm going to use this image. Okay, but before using this image, let me recapitulate all the steps once again. What you have to do to search for the sequence of your images, you simply have to go on Google. Okay, I'll close this. Okay, I've closed all the tabs. So you have to go on a search engine, any browser you can use. So I'll go on here. I will type Google. It's already typed here. You can simply write here also Google. Okay. Now here I will type my bird sequence. Why sequence? Because then only I'll get all the sequences. Bird sequence images. Okay, here I have got this into my recent searches. So I'll go with this. Okay, as we have seen, we have to find images. So we will go to images. This section will show you all of the images with copyright and without copyright. So I have to filter my images as per my requirement. Okay, so here you can see all the images. Now I want copyright free images. So what I'll do, I'll go to tools, which is the last option on your right hand side. I'll click on tools. You'll get here various other options. I'll go to usage rights. Okay. After clicking on usage rights, I'll go to label for non-commercial reuse with modification, because I'm going to crop, trim, or I'll do some changes with that image. So I'll go with modification. Okay. After clicking here, see I'm getting many images. I have selected this sequence. I have clicked on this sequence. Then it has been previewed. It is open in a preview window. I have gone on a Pixabay website. I simply click on this. It got redirected me to the Pixabay. As I told you, in Pixabay, you can search n number of images in your search bar over here. Okay, anything. So I have simply got this image and I'm scrolling it down. I'll go to free download. When I click on free download, I'll get various options. I'm sticking with the default option because that is enough for me. I'll click on download. When I'm clicking on download, I'll get this pop-up window which says that I'm not a robot. Okay, so I have to check it. After checking it, you can simply download. Now I'm not doing this because I have already got my images. Okay, so after downloading, you can simply bring all your images in a particular folder so that you don't have to search in your download, because normally what happens, we go on downloading many things in our daily life. So we do not filter them or we do not erase them sometimes at the end of the day. We might forget. So what we have to do to stick to a particular project, I have created a folder over here. I'll simply close this. I have created a folder here that is GIF project, and I'm downloading all my images over here. And if not downloaded, I'll simply go to download and drag these images over here with the help of options which I have shown you, like cut and paste. Okay. Now we will see how we can separate each and every images. All right. So you have to do one thing now. I want to separate a sequence. Now what sequence I will look for? First of all, I will look for a sequence which is having two different birds. So first I'll look a bird with feathers which are up, and I'll look for another bird with feathers which are down. Apart from two sequences, you can select multiple sequences if you want to make a GIF. But right now, I need minimum two sequences to make my GIF. So I'll select this bird and this bird. You can either select this bird and this bird as per your choice. But I'm going to select my first and this last bird. So how to select now, how to separate this? What I'll do, I'll go to this search option on my computer. Now this search option is available on your computer. Okay, so if you can see on your left hand side, the second option, I'll open this. Type here to search. Now what I have to type here, I will type SNIPPING, snipping tool. See, if you just type snipping, you get this tool highlighted. So what is snipping tool? We will open this first. Now the snipping tool, you don't have to download. It is already there by default in your computer, in your laptop, in your devices. So you can simply open this. Now, the snipping tool is a tool which is used to crop the images. Okay, so you don't have to download additional softwares to crop the images. You can simply use this from your own system. Now, how to crop these images? Here are various options. You can see, you can explore this as per your requirement. But right now, I will just cut one image. So I'll go to new. When you go to new button, this entire image gets selected and it will get faded. Okay, faded means I can select the image of my choice from here. So I'll do that right now. Okay, see, I have selected, but I'm not happy with my image because can you see here? It is little bit cut off from the feathers. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, always while selecting an image, you have to keep some margins above and below the images so that while making a GIF, it is more comfortable and you will get a proper GIF. So again, I will go to new. Okay, again, this gets faded. Now I am going to keep some margin. Okay, so I can simply select like this. Now this is better. Okay, I'm having some space here, up, down, everywhere. So I will use this image. Now I want to save this image again. What I'll do, file, save as. Okay, I'll save this image into my folder that is GIF project, and here I will rename this image. I will rename this as, here the bird is already taken. I will write another name that is bird 1. Okay, because bird 1 we have not used it. If you use bird same name, see, you get options here. So avoid using this because otherwise your images will get replaced over here. Okay, so here I've selected bird and space, I'll give it 1. So this is my first image and simply save this. Okay, now my one image is saved. What I'll do, I'll have to select another image as well. Again, I'll go to new. Okay, every time you don't have to close the window, you just go to new. Again, your sequence has been faded out. Now which sequence, which another image I want from this sequence? This, no, not this. I'm going to select this. So I want two images, the feathers up and the feathers down. So again, trying to keep margin. I've selected this image. Okay, don't keep more space above and below. Just keep the limited space which you have done for the first image as well. So again, I'm going to do same thing, file, save as. Okay, here you have to rename this. The bird one, we have mentioned the first name. I will mention here as a bird too. Okay, you can simply click here and erase this. Okay, and you can click, as soon as you start typing, see you get options here that these are already been used. Okay, so space, I will mention this too. Okay, so this is not used and I'm going to save this. I have saved both the images. If you want more images, similarly, you can do it for other images as well. Okay, or other sequences as well. Now for me, 2 are enough. Okay, now I'm going to close this. I'm coming back to my folder. Now can you see, as we have separated these 2 images, but these 2 images are having a background. Okay, so this background, I don't want background. I want to create a GIF without background. I don't want this background because both of the backgrounds are different. Okay, and if I want to place both of the images in a different slide or in a different platform without background, which a GIF can acquire that background. So this will look a little bit odd, So what I'm going to do, again, go to Google. Okay, close, select a new tab or close all the previous tabs. Okay, new tab. Okay, I'm going to close all of them. I don't need them again. Okay, fine. Expanding. Yeah, here it is. Okay, now before going to Google, I'll just revise the steps what we did in the snipping tool. Before going to another tool, we will just revise this. What I did was, I have selected a sequence, bird sequence. Then I've entered. Okay, after clicking on this, I just pressed enter. My sequence is open. Yeah, it's opening. Just be patient. It is taking a while. Okay, so we'll wait. In the meantime, the image opens. Okay, I'll just close this. I'll open this again. Yeah, it is open now. Okay, so after opening the sequence, you can simply go on your desktop. Okay, if you see a type here, you can click on this magnifying glass and type here to search. I will type here snipping tool, SNIPPING. You can make a note of this tool, snipping tool. Click on this. It's by default installed app in your system. You can go on new. After clicking new, the entire image is going to fade out. You can carefully select image as per your choice. So I have selected this first image. I'm going to keep some margin so that I get a proper GIF. Okay, here I have selected first image. Go to file, save as, and then you can save your image over here, naming it. Okay, so my images are already saved. I'll just simply cancel this. Okay, and you can close this. Similarly, you can do same. No. Okay, similarly, you can do same for another images. You can select multiple images for your GIF. Okay, now I'll close this. As we were talking about moving further, I don't want background of this images. So we will go to the Google. After going to Google, over here or here, you can simply type remove.bg. Now what is remove.bg? If you can see here, I will enter. After pressing enter, I'll go to website directly because I've already worked on this website. So my search engine has noted this website. Okay. Otherwise, you can Google search and I'll show you again. Okay. Okay, you can type remove watermark from image. So it will take you to various other options here. Okay. Or here you can come. You just make note of this website, remove.bg. Okay, if you type remove.bg, okay, you can simply put enter and see this is how your website, this remove background website is going to look. Okay. Now here you have to go on this very first option. There will be many options available, but remove.bg is very user-friendly option to remove the background from images, and it is very easy to use. You can simply click on this site, go to that site and see this is how it will look. Scroll it down, you can see there are very few options. You don't have to go on exploring all the options. So here there are very few options, that is upload image or drop a file. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to upload my image. Click on this blue button, upload image. When I click on this, it will redirect me to a folder that from where I want to select my file. So I'll go to this, I'll go to my GIF project and I'll select my bird1. Okay, I'll select this first image and open it. Click on this and you can open this image. When you open this image here, see it's preparing. It's preparing to remove the background. Earlier my image was with blue background and now you can see there is no background. Yeah, so that's it, my background is removed. And you can click on this download button. Okay, now you see bird is downloaded over here. As usual, what we have to do, we have to right click on this and show in folder. Okay, now what I'll go, I'll show in folder. It is downloaded in my all downloads. Now here it is getting mixed up. So I'm going to right click, cut and go to my folder where all the project images are there. And here right click again and paste. Okay, you can do Control C and Control V. I'll show you that for another image. So here the background is removed. Now I want to remove, I want to rename this image. Since I have renamed this bird1, bird2, I'll rename this image for better usage. So I'll just rename this, right click and rename. Here I'll write it bird3. Okay, here it is saved. Now this is my bird3 that is without background. That is simply a bird1 which is converted without background into bird3. Now I'm going to use my bird2. So again, what I'll do, I'll go to my search engine here. Okay. Instead of clicking here all the time, you can simply scroll up and upload the image. Okay. All the time you don't have to click on cross. You can simply upload the image, another image. Again, it has taken me to my folder. Here I'll click on bird2. Okay. Again, after clicking, it is asking me to open. So I'm opening this. Okay. When I'm opening this, see, it has processed me into a non-background image. Okay, I got a beautiful non-background image. So same procedure we have to follow. We have to download this. Once you download, you'll see over here, your download is completed. The entire blue circle is gone. Okay. Show in folder. Now here I'm going to use that shortcut. So simply your image is selected. Here, what you have to do, Control X. You have to press Control key and X simultaneously. See, it has gone faded out. And simply you have to go in your same folder where you are storing all of the images. Coming to this folder, you have to again press Control and V simultaneously. Okay, so Control X means cut and Control plus V means paste. Okay, so see, I have pasted my without background image over here. Okay, since I have renamed this as a bird3, I'll rename this as a bird4 as well. So I'll go with this bird4. That's it. Okay, give short names so that you will be able to remember. So I've renamed this image. Now I'm having two images with background. 2 images without background. Now what I have to do, I got all my images separated. Everything is ready with me without background images. Now I will go again to Google search engine and I will add a new tab. And here, again, please note down name of this tool, that is GIF Maker. Okay. When you type GIF Maker, okay, you will come across many options, many options. But here you can see easygif.com. This is one of the user-friendly option and one of the user-friendly website which will give you beautiful GIF in limited tools, okay, or in limited exploring the options. Before going to this, I will just recapitulate what we have done in remove background. Okay. Okay. I'll close this. Okay. What I've done to remove the background of all the images. Okay. First, I have in my new search bar, I've typed remove.bg. Okay, when I type remove.bg, you'll get this icon. If you have already searched for this, you'll get this on top and you can simply click on this. You will be redirected to the website. Okay, you don't have to keep on searching. You will be taken to the website directly. Now this website looks like this. Okay, it's a very simple website. You can upload the image here. Okay, or you can simply drop the file. So uploading the image here, you will be, when you click on upload, it will be taken to you. Okay, I'll just cancel. I'll show you how to drop a file here. So go on this. First, we have done it with the help of uploading. Now I will take this folder and I'll select my first image. What you have to do, you have to click on this image and then left click the button of your mouse, just drag it, go to your website and see here. When you click and bring your image here, you will get this option, drop image anywhere. I'll drop here. Rest all procedure is same. My image will get converted into non-background image and I can simply download it here. Okay. And I will show you how you can upload image once again. You can click on upload image. You don't have to drag all the images. You can simply click on one image, select one image, open. And you can see here, the background is removed and your image is converted into a non-background image. Okay, you can simply download it from here. So both the options you have explored. Now we will go to a GIF making. Okay. Now I don't need this page. I'll close this tab. I'll simply go for a GIF making. Now how to make a GIF? Just go on the first option, easygif.com. Please make a note of this website, easygif.com. So when you have this easygif.com, you can click on this website here. And this is how your website is going to look. Okay. This is how it will be open. You have home, GIF maker. Okay. When you select on this easygif.com, you will be taken to this page directly where you have an option of uploading images and upload and make a GIF. Okay. So it is already selected animated GIF maker. So I'll choose files. Now I have to choose files. Which files I'm going to choose? I'm going to choose files of the images which has no background. Why? Because if I select images with background, that won't be suitable. I'll show you how the images with background and images without background will look to me. First, we will click this bird 3, open. Okay, and you can click bird 4 and open. So doing it one by one, what I'll do, I've clicked on bird 3. I'll long press Control. Okay, I'll take bird 4. So both the images of mine are selected simultaneously and I'll open this. Okay, see here, you can see 2 files are selected. After you get this option, you can upload and make a GIF. Now my images are uploading. Okay, here both the images are uploaded. Those are without background, but you can see some differences. My first image is little bit rectangular and another one is square in shape. And here I'm getting this option. your images are not equally sized. Do you want to automatically crop or resize all the images to match the smallest one? So here what I'm going to do, I'll select resize. Now what this option does, the website is going to capture your image. It is going to resize as per the images on average, and you will get a proper image sequence like this. See, both the images are resized now. Okay. Now I'm not getting that option anymore, and here you can see all frames are resized. Okay. Now I have resized this frame. I'll simply scroll down. You have delay time here. Do not touch this for now. Okay. You have toggle range of frames. Let it be as it is, whatever the default is, it is selected. Now loop count. What loop count will tell that for how many times you want to play your GIF. If you want to play GIF for 4 to 5 times, say if I select 5, so it will go on moving 5 times and it will stop eventually. But right now I want my GIF to go on playing forever. So I will not put anything here. So when it is when nothing is put here, you will see your empty loop, that is forever. That means you will get that motion forever. Okay. So we are not going to touch this option. Simply scroll down. Okay. I'm not going to select all this option for now. I'll just make a GIF. Let me see how my GIF is created. See, if you can see a difference, this is how my GIF is created. Okay. There is something wrong with this GIF. Yes, it is, because I'm getting a background image as well as another image is playing on that. So here what I'm going to do, I'll scroll up again. We will go back to our options. Now here the delay time was okay, fine. Delay time is the speed time. Like what is the speed of your GIF? I'm not doing anything with that. Here GIF options, loop count, no. There is nothing wrong with a loop count. Okay, I'll simply come down. Do not touch this box. Let it be as it is. Now can you see effects? In effects you can see two options, cross-fade frames and don't stack frames. When we see this option of cross-fade frames, that means your frames are going to get faded eventually. But I don't want to fade my frames. So if you can see don't stack frames, that means remove the frame when it's time to display next one. That means when my first frame display is over, my another frame should come in the picture, and eventually I should get a small video type of effect or a motion type of effect. So I'll simply click on this. Okay. Now don't stack frames, that means my both frames will be separated from each other. Now don't click on this box, let it be as it is. I'll scroll down and I'll make a GIF now. Can you see difference between both the options? Once I've selected don't stack frames, you can see now my GIF is created properly. I'm not getting background image. I'm not getting two frames stacked on each other. I'm not getting two images mixed up with each other. This is how your bird is going to look after you create a GIF. Now, I want to reduce the speed. My bird is flying very faster, or my bird is flying little slower. Okay. You can simply go on speed and explore, or you can again scroll up, go to the delay time. Now delay time is, you can adjust your timing of your bird, the flying of your bird or the motion of your bird from here. So I will click on this and I will delete this 20 and I will make it as say 60. Okay. So 60, and again I will click on make a GIF. See, can you notice the difference? Earlier my bird was flying little faster and now it is flying slower. Okay. So in delay time, you can adjust the motion of your bird. Okay. Now here I'm going to again give it as a 10. Let us see how it works. It is flying much. Flying much faster. Okay. So I'll stick with 20, which is my default option, and I'll make a GIF. This is okay for me. Okay. After making a GIF, simply scroll down. Now, as per your convenience, you can explore these options. This is a cropping of your GIF. You can crop or resize it. You can rotate your GIF. If you want this bird to face on the opposite direction, that is from left to right, you can rotate. Optimize effects. Okay. You can explore the options as per your need. Okay. Now, I don't want to explore any of these options. I'm happy with this bird. And what I'll do, I'll go to the last option, save. After clicking on save, see it is downloaded here. easygif.com GIF maker. So by default, my path is into a downloads. So I'll go to my downloads again, or you can simply click on that. So my GIF will be opened like this. See, now you can see up without background GIF. There is no background in my GIF. It is simply moving and capturing the background where it was placed. Okay. Now I'll tell you one more thing why I have selected without background image. For that, let me take you to my slide. I will see. This is the effect. When you remove the background, the first one is without background. And when you don't remove the background, your GIF will look like this. So we don't want our GIF to look like this, but we can create a GIF without background like this. It is as per your choice. You can select either of them. Okay. And that is the reason we got on a remove.bg and we got this bird's background removed. Okay. Coming back to my folder. I'm going to close this now. Okay. This is how we have created our GIF. Let me repeat this process for you once again, how to make a GIF. Okay. First of all, close all the tabs. I'll close all the tabs. Same you have to do. Okay. What I'll do, just one moment. For a moment, I'll just stop sharing my screen. I'm resharing my screen once again. Yeah, here it is. We have come on our Google search. Now here you can simply type easygif.com. As you have already searched for this website, it is coming on top. I'll click on this. We got this option in the beginning, easygif.com. I will click on this website. Okay, it has taken me to the home page and it is looking like this. Okay, earlier it took me to the page where we directly came on GIF maker. It has taken me to the home page. Here we have options, video GIF, and I'll go to the GIF maker. I want a simple GIF. For now, I'll click on GIF maker. When you click on GIF maker, you are asked to choose your files. You can select more than one file. Okay, also you have here options. You can read here that your images should be up to 2,000 files. That means you can select up to 2,000 images at a time. All right. And your maximum file size should be 6 MB each or 100 MB in total. So when you're selecting any image and if you find it is not getting uploaded over here, that means your file size is exceeding. So your file size should be 6 MB for each image and 100 MB total. That means when you're selecting 2, 3, 4 files, it should have in total 100 MB. Okay. Then you can select your multiple images. I'll go to choose files. Now I'm going to select my bird 3. Okay. Instead of opening one by one, I have selected my bird 3 and I have pressed the control button and I have selected simultaneously my bird 4. So both the files are selected at once. You can simply come down and open. After opening, you will immediately see 2 files are attached. Okay. After these 2 files, you can go on upload and make a GIF. When you see your files are attached, they are not resized properly. The size is differing from each other. So you have a default option. You will always get this option displayed irrespective of any images if you use. So here I'll go on resize. Okay. After resizing frames, here I'm getting this prompt that all the frames are resized properly. That means both the images are equally seen. And now I will scroll down. Okay. I can change my delay time here. Delay time is nothing but the speed of your GIF. I will change it to 60. Okay. Now I want my bird to fly slower or faster depending on that. Loop count, like for how many times your bird is going to fly. If it is going to show effects for 5 times, 6 times, or just 9 times, that means for 9 times it is both the frames are going to change and it will stop eventually after 9 times. Okay. instead of typing 9, you can simply leave it blank. That means your bird, the effects or the motion are going to be working forever. The birds are going to keep on flying forever. Okay. Scrolling down, you can simply go on effects. In effects, what you have to do not click on cross-fade frame. You can go on don't stack frame. Don't stack frame simply means that the one background image will be disappeared when you are displayed with another background image. Okay. So I will go to this don't stack. Do not click on this. Let it be as it is and make a GIF. With this limited options, you can make a beautiful GIF. You don't have to get confused. There are very less options and a beautiful GIF can be made. Now, as per your convenience, you can explore these options, like how you want to cut and overlay, and this you can explore on your own. And I'm going to save this image. Right now, we don't have much time to explore, so I'll simply go and save this image. After saving this image, it has gone to my download folder. So I'll go to my download folder, downloads here. You can see here it is. Okay. So I will simply select any one of that. Control X. I'll go to my GIF project folder. I'll click here, Control V. Okay, here is my GIF which is created, and I'll open this GIF. And it will look to me like this. This is a slow one because I have changed the speed of this GIF. Fine. Now I'll show you one more thing. We'll go to the PPT back again. The steps, if you wish to remember, you can take a screenshot of this. Otherwise, the recording is always going to be shared with you. You have to select copyright-free image sequence. Then you have to select a snipping tool, which is already there in your device. Minimum 2 images are required, but they should be similar. Okay. Then you can go to remove background of your image. You can then go to free GIF maker, which is easy GIF, and you can create a GIF like this. Okay. You can also create a short story with the help of GIF. Now you will wonder that why we are using GIF, why we will use GIF. So I have just created, for an example it is only, I have created this short story with the help of GIF. Okay. Just a moment. Okay. One moment. Here it is. Yeah, so this is how I've created a small story out of it. You can use this for your teaching in your daily life for small kids as well as big kids, also for any of the sections. So this is how we have done with the GIF. Okay, so I'm done.
Ma'am,
Yes,
Lina. Yeah,
yes,
should we ask them to put up questions in the chat box if they have any doubts?
Sure, ma'am. I'll stop sharing my screen for now.
Yes.
Yes,
participants, if you have any questions, before I thank Ma'am Lina, if you can please ask your questions in the chat box so that ma'am would answer your questions.
Madam, can you see the chat box, Madam? Lina, Madam?
Yes, sir, I can see. I've opened the chat box already.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can put any numbers, but minimum it is 2. Minimum it's 2 images to prepare GIF.
Yeah, you can. Actually, GIF images doesn't have a music. That is why we call them as a voiceless motion pictures. Okay. If you wish to put music, you can select option. Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, if there are no more questions, are there any more questions?
Yeah, the questions are coming in.
Okay. So
okay. Yes, you can use it. Yes. The session's recording will be shared with you, so you can follow the recording and you can create GIFs simultaneously. You don't have to worry. Okay. All right. Yes, images can be of anything, the place, anything. As per you can even create a photo album from your, from your childhood images to your images till now. You can select it. You can make a GIF according to your wish. So there are the options which you can explore, as I've shown you. Yes, GIF can be used in PPT. That is why I've put that in PPT and I've showed you that this is how you can make a PPT, or you can create a GIF short story also. Okay. Yeah, you can use your mobile phones also. You can go on your phones. Again, there are little limitations in your mobile phones depending on device to device. It differs. Okay. So sometimes if you do not get some functions which are not opening, you can simply close the website and reopen the website, because sometimes the devices are having a limited explore option. So when you're getting stuck, you can simply close that and you can open it again. Okay. Yes, you can make it. You can make this.
We will provide the recorded.
We are having more sessions coming up. This was the first session. So we are having more sessions coming up related to like how you can make various e-content and all. The brochures are already shared with you. So stay with us. You will be answered for everything. You will be learning many other tools as well. Yeah, you can select more than 2 images. Of course, because of the time limitations, I've selected only 2 images. You can select more images. Thank you so much. Yeah. Any more doubts? Yeah, the recording will be shared by ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we will be sharing. Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am Leena, for introducing us to the world of animations, which always bring a smile on children's lips. And your explanation was so simple, easy to follow, and very clear and interesting. I'm sure everyone has understood it.